Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 11th Vesak in Ottawa and Asian Heritage Month celebrations. My name is Ushieja De Zoysa. I'm joining you from Toronto, Ontario, and it is my pleasure to be your host today. On behalf of the world's Buddhist community, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you all. Today marks a very special occasion for everyone in the Buddhist community as we celebrate Vesak Day. This day commemorates the birth, the passing, and the enlightenment of the Buddha. Although the Buddha lived in India 2,600 years ago, his message of peace and harmony and of love and kindness to all living beings has been proven timeless and is particularly relevant now given the widespread unrest in our world. The Buddhist Embassy appreciates you taking time out from your busy schedules to join us virtually today. It is my pleasure now to introduce Visita Leelaratna, the founder of Vesak Day in Ottawa, the Buddhist Embassy, the online Buddhist Vihara, and Kotagara Dharmarakshita Foundation. Visita's family has been involved in community work for 3 generations, and he has continued this work by fostering mindfulness, leadership, and trust between the diverse cultural groups in the city.
Dear Venerable Sangha, I would like to thank everyone for the continued support, including your worship Mayor Jim Watson, for making online Vesak in Ottawa and Asian Heritage Month 2021 event a major success. Ladies, gentlemen, dignitaries and children, I am honored to welcome you all to the online celebration of Vesak in Ottawa and Asian Heritage Month hosted by the Buddhist Embassy in collaboration with Vesak in Ottawa. I would like to thank everyone who is joining us online from around the world, different walks of life to honor the Buddha. My thoughts and prayers go to all individuals and families who are currently facing difficulties. Vesak celebrates Canada's diversity, where diverse races live, work and thrive together by sharing traditions. We do more than celebrate our diversity. We also learn how much we have in common through our Vesak in Ottawa and Asian Heritage Month events. Our inclusive vision embraces diversity and differences within all the people. Through this unified celebration, we want to encourage a compassionate society in a multicultural community. We hope it will be filled with equality, tolerance, harmony, gratitude and respect. Our vision is to have a mindful world with compassion. I thank our event management team who are associated with the Buddhist Embassy and online Buddhist Vihara. Finally, I would like to especially thank Mayor Jim Watson for proclaiming Vesak Day in 2013 and proclaiming Vesak Month in 2017. Mayor Jim Watson and I have often attended many cultural and social events, and he has always supported for a mindful community that embraces diversity with love and kindness. Now, please help me welcome our chief guest, Your Worship Mayor Jim Watson. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jim Watson, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, and it's my pleasure to welcome everyone who is celebrating the annual Vesak event and Asian Heritage Month as you join together for the most important of the Buddhist festivals. Thank you to the Buddhist Embassy and Vesak in Ottawa for hosting this event, which highlights the importance of the official Buddhist road sign, first in Canada and the world. This celebration is a time when millions of Buddhists around the world remember and reflect on Buddha's teachings on the importance of practicing patience, generosity, friendliness, and respect. I hope everyone enjoys Vesak 2021 in the City of Ottawa, and I always display with great pride this beautiful plaque that was presented to me back in 2017. So thank you all very much. Merci beaucoup.
And can practice breathing in and out from this area at the tip of the nose. And when breathing in and out from the tip of the nose, you can try to make mindfulness as continuous as possible.
Now, let us watch a Thai homage to the Buddha through a dance presented by the Thai Troupe of Ottawa, which was founded in 1987 by Kai Whitcomb, which became the leading Thai performing arts organization in Canada. The troupe is committed to the creation, development, and promotion of Thai classical and folk drama, music, and dance. I would now like to introduce to you all our keynote speaker of the day, an internationally recognized Buddhist scholar, the Most Venerable Bhante Kovida. Having grown up in the beautiful tropical island of Jamaica in the West Indies, Bhante Kovida, who is of Chinese descent, migrated to Canada to study science. He then traveled from Europe to India to study Indian history and culture, as well as Buddhism, meditation, and Hatha Yoga. He then took ordination with Venerable Balangoda Ananda Maitra Thero in Sri Lanka, who is a world-renowned scholar, teacher, and meditation practitioner. Bhante Kovida has traveled all over the world teaching mindfulness meditation and Qigong, both of which are beneficial for the well-being of mental health, for the management of emotional stress, anxiety, and depression. He has taught the Dhamma in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, the UK, the USA, Canada, and various countries in Europe. We now warmly welcome Bhante Kovida.
Yes, first I would like to do a reading, which includes the benefits of mindfulness. Because as you know, during this time, this very challenging time, the practice of mindfulness is very, very beneficial. Okay? The world is in an anxious, fearful, frustrated, and confused state. The world is in an anxious, fearful, frustrated, and confused state. The politicians and news media people are also anxious, fearful, and confused. The mind changes from liking to disliking, from craving to aversion, from anxiety to frustration, with the agitation of the world. If you can learn to make the mind still, calm, and peaceful, it will be the greatest help to the world. If you can learn to make the mind still, calm, and peaceful, it will be the greatest help to the world. Mindfulness is a skillful way of relating to and connecting to life and daily experience. It is paying attention on purpose in the present moment and in a non-judgmental way. It is a way of being, and it takes practice. It is calm attention to what is happening from moment to moment without discrimination or criticism. It is the observing power of the mind that sees without the filter of desire or aversion, liking or disliking, or delusional reaction. It is therefore a wholesome way of seeing what is happening in the present moment. Mindful breathing brings the mind home to the body. You begin to experience calmness, a sense of well-being and quiet joy. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. This helps our concentration and focus, and we begin to appreciate the fact of being alive instead of being distracted and confused by compulsive thinking. This knowing that we speak about is intuitive knowing. It is not intellectual knowing, which is just based on thinking and memory and knowledge, information. This knowing is very different. It comes with being mindful. For example, if you're tired or hungry, you know you're tired or hungry. Just like when you breathe in mindfully, you know you're breathing in. When you breathe out mindfully, you know you're breathing out mindfully. So it's an aspect of intelligence. It's a natural intelligence. Just like when you're crossing the road, you look right, you look left, and you look right again, and you know when it is safe to cross. Just like when you're driving, you have to be mindful. You know when to stop, when to turn right, when to turn left, and when you can change lanes. So this knowing is a natural intelligence.
Now, let us understand what gets in the way of our stillness, or what gets in the way of right concentration with Bhante Atula through a brief mindfulness training.
So, hope that everybody is having a great day in Canada, in Ottawa or Toronto, or wherever it might be, and around the world, wherever it might be. And so I was contacted by Visita from the Buddhist Embassy a while back, and he'd asked about a Dhamma talk about the 5 hindrances that hinder progress in meditation. So the 5 hindrances are the Buddha's classic framework list of things that stop one's mind from entering into concentration or peace or jhana. And so there's basically 5, and then there's also counters to all of these things. So the Buddha compares these things to, he has these very vivid similes, kind of the 5 hindrances. When one has the 5 hindrances, one feels like one's a person in debt, or one feels like one is, maybe crossing this dangerous road. In the days of the Buddha, they would have these caravans, and they would cross kind of sometimes these areas where there were no towns, maybe kind of vast wilderness areas, or maybe desert areas where there's no water. And entering into that area, one feels this sense of danger. And so this sense of danger that one might feel in such a situation like that, for a meditator, for one who's overcome the 5 hindrances frequently, the Buddha describes that they feel the sense of danger around having the 5 hindrances present. So the first one of these 5 hindrances, and I actually didn't go over the list before, kind of not in any particular order, but the first one is what they call kind of sensuality, or kind of kama chanda. It's kind of this kama, or sensual desire, basically means somebody's mind who's is launched outwards, is focused on delighting in worldly things, and kind of fine foods, in fine drinks. It also has a component, its strongest component is the component of sexual attraction. But it means anything where the mind is kind of launching out to the world to look for kind of gratification in the pleasures that one gets through the senses, through the eye, through the ears, through the nose, through the tongue, through the body, through the mind. So long as this hindrance is present, whenever one sits down to meditate, these thoughts can come up into the mind and obsess the mind, and basically take it away from its object, take it away from whatever topic of meditation one is trying to focus on. So the Buddha gives various counters for this particular defilement, and the main one is that people have these different character types. So people who tend to have a character type that's more oriented towards disliking, towards hating, they don't tend to have as much problem with this kind of kamachanda, the kind of sensual desire. They have more problem with another hindrance down the list. And so what it is that helps to eliminate, the faculty that helps to eliminate this kamachanda is this kind of faculty of criticize, like this critical faculty that's able to look for and see flaws in things. So the Buddha has us take this kind of, this critical faculty and turn it to topics of meditation that allow us to see the flaws in the world so that our mind turns away from them. He has us turn our mind to the topic of asubha, the foulness of the body, so that one's mind doesn't launch out towards attraction, towards sexual attraction. He has us contemplate impermanence, and so that one's mind doesn't launch out towards fame and these kind of things. He has us contemplate non-delight in the entire world. Actually, one monk gave a good, a very senior monk here in Sri Lanka gave a good description of how this could be practiced the other day, kind of learning to see the drawbacks in each of the various phases of life, from being a baby to being a youth to being an adult to being old person to passing away. When one contemplates this, looking for the drawbacks of it, then one's mind gets weary of launching out to chase the sensuality in each of these phases of life.
I would like to introduce to you now, from Toronto, Ontario, two young students, Sanudini and Sanuda Gambarige, who will sing a traditional Buddhist Sri Lankan song.
Buddhanubhavena sitnet pahanvi metmal pipila mudita jalase nanva prabalo turarash mimala heladerana jana jaya tu jaya mangalani heladerana jana jaya tu jaya mangalani. Tanha upadana parideha viyaki agnanandure delvi pradipe handavaru andel mangalya preeti heladerana jana jaya tu jaya mangalani.
I would now like to introduce to you all Bhikkhuni Ting Kwang, who is the founder and director of Blue Heron Zen Buddhist Center in Hamilton. She has acquired training and credentials in philosophy, human resources, addiction and mental health from McMaster University. She is an excellent teacher who provides workshops, seminars, and counseling. Let's hear from her.
I'll speak about the four immeasurables. The four immeasurables are really what is taught in the Dhamma about having peace in our lives and and experiencing happiness. So these are things that we need to learn and practice in our lives. And the first one is loving kindness. First immeasurable, loving kindness. Loving kindness is translated as metta. That's the Pali word. Sanskrit is maitri. Metta, basically, the literal translation of metta means gentle friendship, sometimes as gentle rain. When we're offering loving kindness to somebody. We offer it to them without any expectation of anything, and it doesn't matter who they are. So we offer this loving kindness to everybody who needs it. And everybody has a story, and everybody is suffering at some level. So we offer this loving kindness to them so that they do not experience pain and suffering. When we look at the second part of the four immeasurables, we're also looking at the piece that's called compassion. Compassion is something that is, many people think that compassion is feeling sorry for somebody. But compassion is action. Compassion means we see that somebody is suffering and we have an action. So it's not just to have compassion for somebody, we take an action. Compassion basically can be broken down in English from probably the Latin roots, meaning with passion. So when somebody is suffering, we offer them help in any way that we can help them, without any expectation of thanks or reward, or even whether they appreciate it. We offer them help. That's compassion. So that's the first two. One is loving kindness. The next one is compassion. The third one is sometimes translated as sympathetic joy. And sympathetic joy means that when somebody is happy about something, even if we're not happy about it, we are happy for them. To give you an example of this would be if you and somebody else are going after a position at work and you both want that position, but they get it. And you're very disappointed, but you are happy for them. So that's what sympathetic joy means, is that we are happy for other people who have received something or have some benefit, even if we didn't get it. Then the last one is equanimity. And equanimity basically is balance, so that no matter what is happening in our lives, we accept whatever is happening with equanimity. So if something is very, very painful, we accept that in the same way as we would accept something that is very, very joyful. So everything it's a balance between two opposites. So when we accept everything with equanimity, meaning with balance, it means that we do not, if you think of life as being like this, we're happy and then we're sad, and then we're happy and then we're sad, and then we're happy and then we're sad, angry and not angry. This is life. That's what life is. It means we're alive. It means we're living in samsara. But when we practice equanimity, life is like this. It might have a little ripple in it. It's more like this. So we don't have those huge extremes in our lives. So that's what the four immeasurables are. And if we can learn to practice this, and it's not something you can read about it, you can have me tell you about it, you can have somebody else tell you about it, but if you don't practice it, it won't happen.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamecce sakko ujuja sujuja suvacho Rochassa mudu anatimani Santussa kocha subharocha Appakichocha sallavka buddhi Santindriyocha nipakocha Appagabbo kulesu ananugindo Nacha kuddhan samachare Kinchiyena vinyu pare upavadeyung Sukhino vakemino hontu Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta Yeke chipana bhutatti Tasava tavarava anavasesa Digava ye mahantava Majjima rasa kanukatula Ditthava ye vahanditha Ye chadure vasanti avidure Bhutava sambhave siva Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta Naparo parang nikumbete Nati manyete katta dinam kanchi Vyarosana patiga sanyana Nyamanyasa dukkha miccaya Mata yathanyam puttang ayusa Eka buddha manurakhe Vampi sabba bhutesu Mana sambhavaye aparimanam Mettanca sabba lokasmin Mana sambhavaye aparimanam Buddhang adoca tiriyanca Asambhadang averang Asapattang tittang charan Nisinno vasayano vayavattassa vigatamindo Etang sating aditteya brahmametang Viyarang idamaudi Inca anupagamma silavadassanena sampanno Kamesu vinaya gedang naijatu gabba seyang punaretiti Etena sacca vanjena sabba dukkhang vinassatu Etena sacca vajjena sabba bhayang vinassatu Etena sacca vanjena sabba rogo vinassatu Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata Sabba buddhanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata Sabba dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata Sabba sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te.
This brings us to the end of our program for Vesak Day and Asian Heritage Month 2021. On behalf of the organizers, we thank you all for coming out to support online Vesak Day. We also thank the volunteers who made Vesak Day possible and all the organizations that sponsored and participated in this event. Thank you again for joining us online, and we hope to see you all next year.